Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Hope you're having a good one. What's good? Woo! It has been a long day, a crazy long day. Team is actually still working right now. We just had a lot going on. Let's move that. Let's get this going on. We just had so much going on. Sorry, I'm a little late. Yo, Rick Ritchie in his house. Thank you for letting me know you invest in yourself. That's what's up. You're going backward in life? What's that mean? I need to know what that means, sir. Are you acting like Bitcoin right now? You're going backward in life? Bitcoin and Ethereum, you're going backward in life? Is that what that is? Just wondering. Asking for a friend. So yeah, it has been an eventful day. It has been an eventful day. I'll definitely say that. Let me just see if I can close a few things. If I don't invest in myself, I'm going backward in life. Okay. I don't want to read the whole thing. Dude, I'm too old for this. You think I have like the freaking patience? You're the one with the patience. I don't have patience. What's wrong with you? Yo, Cornell, what's good? Thank you for letting me know you invested in yourself. I'm literally just trying to close applications because if I didn't have the show right now, we would still be working. My team and I would still be working. It's crazy. We're just really, really so close on a whole bunch of stuff. Oh man, I'm about to lock up. I think I'm about to lock up. Ah, come on. Mr. Big is in the house. What's up? What is good? What is good? What's good? So, about a month ago, Aave had about 60% of the market. It's got about 65% of the market now. Ooh, am I frozen like that right now? Oh, that's ugly. That is a no bueno situation. All right, got that. Let's close some shit. That's the worst. All right, I can deal with that. Stream. That's good. I should be coming back in a minute. Captain Banana is back home. What's good? Thank you, Captain Banana. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you. Just need to close a couple more things. Sorry I was frozen. It happens. We literally at 7:59 in like 40 seconds, we were still working. And really my team is actually still working right now. Because I can't make them do stuff because they're pricks like that. I can't like order them to do or not do stuff. So if I say, stop working, they'll just look at me and laugh. Like for real. They will literally just look at me and laugh. So Aave dominates DeFi with $30.5 billion in active loans, 65% of the total, and $42 billion in total value locked. That's nuts. That's nuts. A month ago, it was 60%. And people wonder why I love Aave. Don't wonder. You're seeing a lot of different tokens coming out involving All right, so just because they say they do RWA doesn't mean they do RWA. See what I mean? It's sort of like when AI was the thing, the hot thing. Everybody was blah 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 .ai. Take a step back. Are you really doing something? Or are you just throwing that in your name or throwing that in your description to try to key in on, oh, well, we do tokenization too. What do you do? What do you do that nobody else is doing? Or what do you do that's better than everybody else? If you don't have a real use case, I'm not touching it. I'm not even thinking about touching it. Not even close. No way. No way. Because I think that's where a lot of rug pulls are going to happen. I think that's where a lot of abandoned projects are going to happen. So yeah, no, I'm not touching anything that doesn't have an actual use case. I'd rather deal with a freaking meme than deal with a coin that doesn't have an actual use case. And I'm sure you can probably look at some recent coins and you'll be sitting there and you're going, oh, I see what he's talking about. Yeah. Dead serious, Lex Luthor. Everybody and their mama. Everybody and their mama. And auntie too. And auntie too. Dead serious. So yeah, I'm paying attention to all that. MetaMask potential mask token launch has a 46% chance of occurring in 2025. I'm just putting that out there. I doubt it. I think it's probably going to be like 2026. Consensus is emphasizing decentralization, and I'm kind of like, let me put it to you like this. Is it going to happen? Yes. Is it going to happen by the end of this year? I don't know about that. And what if you do come out with it? What does it do? What's the purpose? You creating a token just for the sake of having a token? Is that it? I'm dead serious. If it doesn't have a use case, I don't give a rat's ass. I don't care. I'm not going to take the time, the effort, the money, understanding how to get it, how to get rid of it. I'm not going to do all that. You better have a freaking use case. Better have a freaking use case. Because if I do research on a coin and it doesn't have a use case, I'm going to rip it to shreds and I'll do it live. Dead serious. I'm tired of all these projects coming out. Oh, we're RWA, we're AI, we're the next best thing since sliced freaking bread. Yeah, nah, skip that. It's nice, but pumped too hard. I don't see anything different that's anyone else is doing. Yep. Now I do know that Base is hot. Base is hot. But, all right, let me put it like this. Base, the blockchain, might be hot, but Base, the coin, bite me. You can miss me with that. As my kids would say, you can miss me with that. Just a quick look. It just didn't catch my eye. Yeah, see? And I'm down. Don't get me wrong. I'm down to do some crazy stuff. I'm just not down to do some stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Like, this coin looks like they have good stuff going on. The people involved in the project, they have a first name and a last name. You know what I mean? People that really are trying to make a run for it. Okay, cool. They're really trying to do something with it. Okay, cool. I'll take a chance on something like that. But Fire Hydrant Joe and whatever project he's working on it, you know what I mean? The Fair Maiden Susie. No, I'm not going for anybody with some dumbass screen name involved in the project. As soon as I see a dumbass screen name in a project, I'm done. I'm absolutely done. Because if you believe in your project, you're going to put your name behind it. I believe in Grow My Bag, so I put my name behind it. I put my face on it. I mean, I know I scare you guys every day, every morning, every evening. I get it. I know. I don't mean to scare you, but see what I mean? If you believe in it, then you believe in it. If you're hiding, that's like number one. If you're hiding, yeah, no, I'm good off that. I don't care what the hell you're working on. If you're hiding, I'm not good about it. The last one to hide that I actually cared about, Satoshi. That's it. And there's good reason why they hid. Right? They probably just sit back and go, yeah, glad I didn't put my name out there. I mean, when you stop and you think about it, I can completely understand why they hid their name. Right? Because look at Vitalik Buterin. and the heat that he gets. If he walks with a limp or sneezes, coughs, has the sniffles, somebody's up his butt. I can see why you hit it. Mad respect. But unless you're doing something on that level, yeah, nah, I'm not trying to hear about it. If Coinbase issue a base token, I'm all over it. Let me put it like this. If they issue a base token, which I think that's the plan, I'm not going to lie. I'll probably get in. But there's a reason why I get in. It's all about the hotness. It's not about what it does, because I don't think it's going to do anything. They said, I reported it, last week? They said they were going to do it. Cool, fine. I don't think it's going to amount to anything. I don't think it's going to mean anything. It'll be hot because it's base, and everybody's been waiting for them to come out with a coin. Okay, fine. I'll do it because it would be stupid not to. So its use case is popularity. Because if there's a base coin, then people will buy the coin. That gets them to know the blockchain and blah, 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 blah. Okay. All over it? I don't know about that. But will I buy some? Will I get a bag? Will I get a healthy bag? I'll get a healthy bag. But there's a reason why I'm getting that healthy bag. And do I expect to hold on to the healthy bag? No. I don't expect to hold on to that healthy bag. I mean, yeah, no, I don't plan on holding on to that healthy bag. No. I plan on making money from it. So it'll at least start in the trading wallet. It'll start over there. It'll start over there. And then I have to see stuff happen. Because base is not a part of the connective tissue for me. Yes, they have a lot of people building, but it's not a part of the connective tissue for me. So it's got to prove itself to me. But I'd rather invest in base than invest in some of these other tokens that are out there that do absolutely nothing. At least base, the blockchain, is doing something. There's a use case behind the blockchain, and they're finally saying, well, we want to do this so that we can bring more recognition to crypto and obviously to base. I'm down with that. But I have no issue with that. But am I going to be all over it like that? Not really. Will I buy base before I buy Solana? Pretty much, duh. Just putting that out there for you, being totally transparent. Yeah, I'd buy it before I bought Solana. I don't have any plans of buying Solana anymore. What I have now is what I'm gonna have. And what I have now is one of those things where literally I can just let it sit there. Because what I did is I pulled my money plus profit and left a little chunk in there. That's what I did. So that's the idea for me. Lex Luthor, I don't know why you use the word cycle. I don't get it. What cycle are you talking about? I'm not trying to be a prick. I'm being serious. Like, what cycle are you talking about? I don't think that exists anymore. I really don't. You could say time frame, right? In a certain time frame from this date to whatever time, I could say that, but cycle, I don't know. I don't think we're cycling again. It's different. Man, I ain't using logic. It's Friday night, bro. What's wrong with you? Use logic on a Friday night. And my glass is empty. Use logic. Hell is wrong with you, man? Go in the corner. You get to go in the corner for that one. Oh, man. You called IKA. It's been holding on. In my opinion, good call. Nice. It's already been proven otherwise, man. Where the hell you been? We hit a new high last year. It's already been broken. That's it. You just refuse to accept that as actual proof. That's not my problem. That's a you issue. That's not a me issue. Let's see. No, I'm not going to read that one. X sued users linked to a bribery network. Doesn't that sound like the wrong pronunciation? It's not. They sued them. It's called The Com, and a crypto scam organization after employees were bribed to reinstate suspended accounts with the FBI warning of its growing threat involving minors and sophisticated tactics. Be careful out there. That's why sometimes you see me bring things up like this. This is why I need you to be careful out there. That's IR thoughts. Mine are different. Huh? Use English, man. Use English. I can't follow that. The hell? What the hell? You meant your, as in Y-O-U-R? I think that's what you meant. Yeah, it's risk. You know what? It's not just risk tolerance. It's not, to me, it's not just risk tolerance. That's not what it is. You know how people say you got to trust your gut? What I've learned over the years is my gut is my risk framework. Because if I look at every time my gut says something, it does the same thing every single time. It's operating within a very identifiable path. That's my risk framework. My gut is my risk framework. So I've learned to document my gut. Something's not feeling right. So one of my friends, she refers to it as the spirits are telling me something. I can't put my finger on it, but my spirits are telling me. The fact is that you can put your finger on it. If you stop and think about it, what's the same as the last time your spirit said no? There was something. There's a commonality. And over the years, I figured out what my commonality was. And I realized I have a risk framework. I operate within certain parameters. I absolutely operate within certain parameters. Risk framework. So risk tolerance, yes, that's a term, and it actually means something. But in this case, I don't know that it's risk tolerance as much as, no, it starts moving outside my parameters of operation, and it's just a no. And I can use my brain to get there, and I can feel it in my gut. You know what I mean? Like, I can calculate that with my brain, but my gut was already there. So that when my brain shows up, it's like, oh, I'm late. Yeah. Yeah. That's my way of suggesting to you guys to kind of diagnose your gut. When you get that gut feeling, what is it? There is a commonality. It could be stupid decisions. It could be a whole bunch of things. Pay attention to your gut. Don't just pay attention to your gut and listen to your gut. Pay attention to your gut and jot it down. Write it down. You'll start to be able to figure that out. Now you know why I tell you guys, that's one of the reasons why I say, do your research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. That invest deliberately part, yeah, sometimes that's your freaking gut. That's your risk framework. What I've noticed when my gut comes up is because my brain didn't get there fast enough, and my gut said, the hell are you doing? So I don't do it. Just saying. It's also that sixth sense that most people don't pay attention to. That one. Yep. Your gut. Sixth sense, gut, same thing. That's what we're talking about. Intuition is key. Nice one, Max Salas. Did you invest in yourself today, sir? Next one. Trust but verify my gut. No. For you, sure, that's how you operate. For me, no, I don't go against my gut. I do not go against my gut. Because immediately, so I make a decision based on my gut, and then I say, oh, my gut was wrong. And then I'll forget about it, and I'll come back to it and be like, oh, damn, my gut was right. because at that point I might have still been in and I'd have ruined myself. Holy moly. Yeah, no, I don't go against my gut. My gut in life I'm still alive. I'll put it to you like that. I'm literally still alive. I'm still sucking air. And I have friends out there that can honestly say he's still sucking air when he shouldn't have been. I've been in situations that I can make movies. Honest. I can make movies. Somebody offered to make a movie. An actual movie producer actually said, hey, we should make a movie out of that. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't need, no. I'm good. True, if I feel the same way, my gut says something. Yep. I'm telling you, so many people out here do not have a risk framework, but they have a sixth sense. They have a gut feeling. Their spirit is talking to them. That one. That's when they stop and they go, oh. Lucky Luciano. I don't know who Giuliano is. Luciano. Yeah. When you're in situations, you could just see it. So when it comes to money, I sit there and I kind of go, wow. If everybody listens to their gut all the time, we all would be Rockefellers. What would be wrong with that? And I firmly believe that that's actually not true. Your gut is going to tell you what you need to do. What you need to do might not be what I need to do. My risk framework is different than yours. My life situation is different than yours, as is yours from everybody else's. Those are the differences. Not everybody would be Rockefellers. Not everybody would be Rockefellers. I understand what you're saying, but yeah, not everybody would be Rockefellers. I learned my risk framework after getting burned during the bull run in 2021. But you learned. You were able to say, oh, I didn't get that right. It's called lessons learned. So I told you guys, I'm a professional, project manager, right? I'm actually a certified project manager. So when I look at things, every now and then I'll stop, I'll turn around, and I'll do a lessons learned. So off of this project, what did I learn? This project, what did I learn? Da-da-da-da-da. And I'll go through that whole thing. I reassess myself like once a quarter. Whether it be happy, sad, angry, whatever it is, I reassess myself all the time. All the time. Right? I don't second guess myself. I try to learn from my mistakes as a part of a recognized process. Not, oh, I haven't thought about that. No. Every certain period of time, I stop and go, what could I have done better? What did I learn? It's not a moment for me to put myself down, make myself hard on myself. No. What did I learn? What could I have done better? What did I do wrong? It's all of those things. It's all a part of you trying to make yourself better. Notice why I keep saying your first investment is in yourself. It's in yourself. Right? Okay. Yo, Mr. Big, be good, man. Be good. That's right. Don't let the money make you. Make the money. Don't let it make you. That's right. That was in a movie. I saw it in a movie once. And I thought it was like one of the best lines ever. It actually spoke to me. Like, some people wonder why I look at certain movies like all the time. Is because that movie said something to me. And I'm like, yeah, okay. That's the one. Coinbase's USDC lending products offers 10.8% returns, partially funded by DeFi partner Morpho, though terms and duration remain unclear, meaning it's going to be there. It's not going to be there forever. Yeah. So look at how Rick Ritchie said, if Base comes out with a coin, I'm going to be all over it. When something new happens, I'm going to be about it until I'm not. Isn't that what you said the other day, Rick Ritchie? You know, trends are great until they're not. I'm bringing it up again for those people that might have missed it the other day. That was a huge statement, not a little statement, a huge statement. That was a huge lesson that Rick Ritchie gave us. Trends are great until they're not. That's why this morning I was showing you guys, my trend lines. I even drew a new trend line. And I'm like, yeah, because I want to see, did I call it? Did I not call it? Are we trading within a pattern? Can I see something that I didn't see before? It's your friend until it's not. So what I try to do is look at, well, these are the trends that I see, right? And then what's the news telling me that might affect what's going on? Yeah. Special, right? Every mistake is a learning experience. And if you don't make mistakes, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. I don't know about that. No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Some people like to move very sure-footed, or 2 feet on the floor, if you will. And they won't make a move if they know it's going to wind up being a mistake. There's a percentage that they pay attention to. What are my chances of being successful? You know where you see that? Attorneys. They're not willing to take on some attorneys. They're not willing to take on a case unless they know they can win. Remember, that used to be the Fed. The federal government, if they were going to come at you, they weren't coming at you unless they knew they could win. Dot the I's, cross the T's. Yep. As long as those mistakes don't break your neck, better to learn from other people's mistakes. I learn from everybody's mistakes. My mistakes, your mistakes. That's what the community is about. Because if we share our mistakes, we might learn. Share our wins, we might learn. That's the whole idea. I am not perfect. I make mistakes. But I know there are people out there that won't make a move. Some people will say they're scared of taking risk. You can put a label on almost anything out there. You really can. You really, really can. Like Rick Ritchie's comment, yeah, that works. But it also works that some people won't make a move if they think they'll lose. Gun shy. That guy who likes the girl and the girl likes him, but he's not sure, even though she's done everything except tell him. Yeah. I try to live life so I don't have regrets. I might make a mistake, but I don't want it to be a regret. Even when I walk away from opportunities, I don't want it to turn out to be a regret. I calculate. And when I walk away, if I walk away and I say I'm okay with whatever happens from here on out, it'll never be a regret. But if I walk away unsure, okay, that could wind up being a regret. Absolutely invest deliberately. That's where that comes from. Absolutely invest deliberately. Key word is absolutely. I have to absolutely walk away from a decision knowing that I've put everything into that decision. I didn't leave anything behind. I put everything into that decision. So it works, great. Doesn't work, great, because I put everything into it. Which means I will be mentally prepared to perform a lessons learned. Meaning, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? And try to learn from it. Which means I win. Because I'm going to learn something. I notice for myself that'll only happen when I am absolute in my decision, whatever it is. No, you can't stay up late to watch that show. Then I got to put up with the nonsense the next day. Or, you know what? They got good grades. Did their homework, all that good stuff. Yeah, you can stay up late, watch that show. Absolute in my decisions. That's the difference between a wise man and a man a wise man can learn from other people, other people's mistakes, and a man has to make his own mistakes to learn, or ladies in the group. Yeah. But that's the idea. I can that's why I said it's not necessarily about you making mistakes. It's you being able to learn from mistakes. Not necessarily yours. Ability to learn from mistakes. Here's the trick though. Can you learn from the wins? What I like to do is I like to dissect wins and identify those points where that was the important juncture. This is where they could have failed. And they went that way instead of going that way. That's what I like to figure out. That's what I like to figure out. What was that point, right? That was, if they go this way, that's a win. No matter what, that's a win. If they go this way, that's a failure. Could happen down here, but it's a failure. And there's no return. That's what I like to figure out. That's the big deal for me. That really is the big deal for me. So yeah, I try to figure things out. I try to stop and to understand what's going on. So all the news that I go through, all the things I report on, all that stuff, I'm learning all the time. I'm learning all the time. I bought Peak and I was like, man, you figured out how this month is going to end yet. It'll end with me being happy. And I know you're probably sitting there going, this prick. Hear me out. So on one hand, right? On one hand, I've got a holding wallet. And on the other hand, I've got a trading wallet where I trade because of the volatility. Holding wallet, it just does its thing. DCA, it's all good. Trading wallet, yeah, I DCA into this too. It's got separate money, all that good stuff. But I'm playing with this. So it'll be good for me. Because I play the volatility. Hutanic doesn't like, trying to figure out the tops and bottoms. I do. I can't call the top and bottom, but I can call my top. I can call my bottom. Do your own research. Know your entries and exits. And absolutely invest deliberately. The GMB3 wasn't just something I sat down and, and I just had an idea. No. Those three rules come from me living life. That's what that comes from. Really and true. Did you ever get trapped before trying to find out the rhythm? Yeah, that's how I learn. So my friend and I, it's like a brother, Elliot, you guys hear me talking about him all the time. Elliot and I used to have a huge desk, and he'd sit on that side, I'd sit on this side, and we would freaking day trade. Yeah, we were working, but we were day trading too. And Elliot is really good at calling what to trade, and I got really good at picking out when to trade. Except back then, it was just my gut. I hadn't put it all together yet. We're talking like 20 years ago. I hadn't put it all together yet. It was still my gut. Yep. So we've been backed into corners, and yeah, okay. And it's usually you get backed into a corner and you know exactly why you feel like you're in a corner, because you were at that juncture where you could have made the right decision or the wrong decision, and you immediately knew you made the wrong decision. I knew Saturday that Friday I should have traded. Monday morning I lost $7,500. Now, the only good thing is that it was money that I never claimed. It was all the profit that I had gotten on Friday that I should have realized, and I didn't. And then I lost it all, just the profit. And to know the weekend, yeah, man, dipshit. I get in Monday, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh man. And I had to remind myself, you didn't lose your initial input, right? Okay. Lesson learned. But I learned over the weekend, damn, Monday's going to come and I'm not going to be able to trade fast enough. It's a wrap. Because Monday after hours started looking funny. This started looking funny. So Monday I came in, I already knew. So yeah, that's happened to me. Really real. Is what it is. But I tend to look at things. I realized that back then, in that regard, I was like Warren Buffett. I did what I did. I'm not going to beat myself up about it because I did what I did. It's done. Let it go. Learn. Move forward. But don't just move forward. Dr. Brindle, old principal of mine, taught me you don't just move forward. You move onward and upward. My junior high school yearbook, our line was onward and upward. It's not enough that you move forward. You must move onward and upward. Love Dr. Brindle. May he rest in peace. So yeah, I look at things and I pay attention to things in major fashions. In major fashions. Now, we have a whole bunch of news that we could have gone through tonight. I just don't feel like it. It's Friday night. I feel like relaxing. Intelligent isn't how much you know. It is how fast you can incorporate what you know into your life that makes you intelligent. That's too philosophical for me, and I don't buy that one. Nah, we're gonna agree to disagree on that. We're gonna agree to disagree on that one. I don't believe in that philosophical nonsense. Sometimes it's good for people. Sometimes it's not. I don't buy into it at all. Life, honestly, is what you make it. Not to sleep on your money. That lesson wasn't me sleeping on the money. I didn't know about you sell on Fridays. Didn't know. And for the next, forever and a day, I paid attention to Fridays. Guess what? Sell on Fridays. I didn't catch that. I missed it. It was a lesson I had never learned. I learned it that day. I learned it that day. And Elliot and I came in Monday and we were both like, what's up? Yeah, we know what we did. We know what we did. And we learned from it. Laughed about it. Because what we were doing is we were playing this game, not with extra money, but with money that we were kind of like, we can squeeze this out. We can squeeze this out. I mean, I was still up. I mean, I wasn't up on that trade, but I was still up for the most part. So I was like, I made money off of all this stuff. More importantly, I learned off of all this stuff. Learned. So it wasn't sleeping on my money. It was sleeping on the education. That's what I learned. Friday came and it was like, my time is done. I'm good. Yeah, no, you never stop learning. That was the lesson. You never stop learning. And I was treating Fridays like, oh, yeah, no big deal. I'll carry that. I'll do whatever on Monday. And it worked up until that point, until it was like, oh, what I hadn't noticed was that it wasn't actually working. It wasn't actually working. It looked like it was working. I would come in and I would still make money, but it wasn't as much as it was on Friday, and I paid no mind to it. The universe was putting in front of me the lesson I needed to learn, and I wasn't paying attention. So it said, oh, I got something for you. I got something for you. This is going to be the last time that I give you a freebie, because next time it's going to be painful. Losing profit is not painful. Losing profit plus principal, okay, that right there, that's painful. So Rick Ritchie, you were partially right. It wasn't me losing. It wasn't me, I'm not paying attention to my money. Me not paying attention to my education. And let me tell you something. Back then, they didn't have all this stuff going on. All these people talking about stuff and all the information that's at your fingertips. Yeah, that wasn't a thing. So you really were learning everything. So by the time Friday got there, preface it like that. By the time Friday got there, we were done. We were tired. It's Friday. We need to go unwind. We'd go ride our motorcycles for a bit, whatever. That's what we were doing. And that was one of the richest lessons for me to learn. Because it wasn't, I should have traded my money. It was, I should have paid attention to the lesson, to the opportunity to learn. But Friday before close, I was already tuned out. Yeah. So all the computers were already ready. They were already plugged and ready to go come Monday. By the time I got there, I'm late. I'm a human. They're using computers and stuff. Massive lesson. Massive. How quickly did it drop, and did you have time to cash out before the loss? No loss. I cashed out before the loss. I lost profit, not my initial capital. My initial investment, I did not lose, but my profit, I lost. And, I was extremely lucky, right? Because it maintained that price. Like, it had basically gone up. News happened over the weekend. Boom. That morning when I came in on Monday, I was like, I already knew that what I had to do, so I did it. It stayed at that number. Because there were options. Stayed at that number and died at that number. So I literally, a little bit less than break even, because you got to pay for the trade. That's what I wound up paying for. Lesson learned. Big lesson. Great lesson. Great lesson. And that's when we started telling each other, hey, it's not a profit unless you take it. Hey, it's not a loss until you realize it. We would tell each other that all the time. Because one would stop us from being greedy, and the other would stop us from being stupid. Imagine. Now remember, I'm not some Wall Street broker or some guy who used to trade on, used to be a trader or anything like that. I'm a regular human being just like you. I don't do this stuff for a living. I do it for my future, but I don't do it for a living. So this is a regular person speaking to a bunch of regular people. These were my life lessons. So now you can understand why I do the videos trying to share this stuff with my kids. A really smart guy, Joe Stagner, told me, 20 years experience is hard to get because it takes 20 years. Unless you meet somebody that's willing to share theirs. So I got back to basics. After that loss, I really got back to basics. And my basic was, I'm a sponge. I'm an old man right now. I'm still a sponge. Every time Rick Ritchie says something, I'm learning something. Every time Hugh Tannick says something, I'm learning something. All the jokes that we crack, all the debates that we have, I'm learning something. Even if it's the same lesson over and over again, I'm still learning something. I'm refreshing something. I'm honing something. That's what's important to me. Might not be important to you. To me, it's important because it helps me make more. It gives me more to hand over to my kids. Hey, this is what I got today. This is what I learned. Did you guys know that every week I basically have to tell my youngest son, this is how the community is growing. This is what the community did. Yeah, he expects a report. It could be a 60-second report. It could be a 1-hour conversation, but he's expecting it. I know why I make the videos. They're great. They're great. Sharing your mistakes teaches us what not to do. Thank you for knowledge. Thank you. And you're welcome. Because I firmly believe that we all learn something. We all bring something to the table. And we all learn something from everybody else. It's why there's this community. Imagine, I want you to think about this. Think about all the other places that you go hearing about crypto and investing and all that good stuff. And say to yourself, Eddie just shared with us a massive mistake. Yeah, it was only $7,500, but we're talking 20 years ago. $7,500 20 years ago was a lot of money. I mean, it's still a lot of money now, but back then that was a lot of money. Would I feel comfortable telling that story about myself someplace else? I just told that story. I just told you what I went through, every step, the good, the bad, the ugly, the whole nine. And nobody cracked a joke. That's respect. You ask me questions. How'd you find this? How'd you do that? Were you able to did you feel backed into a corner? Did you do this? Did you do that? Honest questions. I think the number one thing that I love about this space is that it's a safe space. It's an absolute safe space. If somebody else shared something like that and somebody else had something to say, that's an immediate dismissal. Immediate. Because the whole idea is to be able to share something like that so that we can all learn. And do you know how tough it is for people to share those kinds of things? It's mad tough. To say I took a loss and this was my loss, that's mad tough. So remember, when you come to Grow My Bag, this is a safe space, baby. I'm not here to laugh at you. I'm here to help you learn. I'm here to learn from you. Because I am you. I don't know everything. Go in the corner, Lex Luthor. Go in the corner. Because you're just like him. Go in the corner. I'm going to tell him what you said. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do me a favor, smash the likes, tell your friends about us. This is a completely different community. And this is how we're growing. These kinds of conversations. Learning. beating up on each other a little bit, having debates. You know what happens? So Lex Luthor, just so you know what happens when Hutenic and I get into it? We call each other. Yo, what's up, man? You good? Like, yeah, I'm good. What's wrong with you? Because everybody knows that I'm not here to beat you up. I'm here to have the debate. Whether I agree with you or not, I'm still going to take the other side. Because that's the only way that everything is going to come out, so everybody learns. That's the whole point. So anyway, everybody, thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. And absolutely, thank you for your trust. I greatly appreciate that. Everybody have a good night. Bye-bye.